We are now live. All right, this your boy Aristotle Investments. I'm about to show y'all what to do if you missed out on the stock market bull run or the crypto bull run. All right, so everybody did not get a chance to take advantage of the most recent bull run, but you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. But I hope you guys do not miss the third drop. Now, there's already been 3 drops. You had 2018. If you were not investing in crypto or stocks in 2018, you missed the trade war drop. If you were not investing in stocks or crypto in 2020, the COVID drop. Then you missed the inflation drop. So 3 drops. So really we on our 4th, because I've been trading since about 2016, 2017, and there's been 3 opportunities missed already. So I'm going to show you guys how not to miss the 4th. All right. So first and foremost, let's bring up our first point. And number 1, step 1 is to use this time to educate yourself. Okay. So that's step 1. Step 1 is to use this time to educate yourself. So what should you know on the minimum tip? All right. You should know candlesticks. All right. And I'll have a free book. If you comment the word book on YouTube, not YouTube, but Instagram Live, or under any post on my Instagram, I will send you a free book, and I'll pin the link to my free book in the comments. But for everybody like, okay, will you educate me for free? Yes, I have a free book, a free PDF with 18 videos in it. So to cater to you guys' short attention span, it's a 21-page book, 18 videos in it. Everything I can't say on one page, I put it in a video because it's 2024. You guys have been on TikTok. You have a short attention span. So the only way to teach you now is to give you 1 page of writing and a video under it. That's the only way they're going to read today. So that's my new genius system of writing a book now. All right. So that's for free for you guys, because now I really just want to educate the masses. But that is step 1. You guys have to educate yourself on the bare minimum things, the candlesticks, the support and resistance, because this also goes with crypto. You got to know support and resistance with crypto. You feel me? And I can show you guys a little bit about that real quick. All right, so we can go over here to our chart, go to BTC. Let's see where BTC is. It is Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys comment BF. All right, so we are now dropping from the highs. Okay, so you need to know things like resistance. How can you invest in crypto if you don't know that crypto broke out a resistance here? You feel me? Like, you got to know resistance is your ceiling, support is your floor, things like that, right? So this would be a form of resistance. This, when it has touches of the same line, 1, 2, 3, right? So that's resistance. Then it broke resistance here, huge breakout. So you guys got to know that, all right? You guys got to know bare minimum things like support and resistance. All right, then I'm going to show you guys other things too. So that's first and foremost. Let's get to the second step. Step number 2 is to realize that history repeats itself. Okay, everybody? Everybody needs to realize that history repeats itself. So for all of you thinking, well, this is the end, I messed up, I'll never make money in stocks, I'll never make money in crypto, you are wrong. Okay, history does repeat itself. So what does that mean, folks? That means that you have a bull cycle and then you have a bear cycle. So you always have to know that corrections will happen. And the reason why corrections happen, even in the stock market or crypto, is because, for one, profit taking. There's numerous reasons why profits can drop. Think about it, folks. If a company is going up and up and up, eventually there has to be a peak. If you're a music artist, right? Let's just say Kendrick, he drops Not Like Us, goes, and then it, right? And that's the same with stocks. You know, your product going, you an iPhone person, right? So let's just say Apple. Apple has iPhones. It's only 300 million people in America. They can keep, egging on Samsung's profit shares. eventually there's going to be a correction from iPhone sales. Eventually there's going to be a correction from any type of sales that you have, whether it's chips, whether it's Tesla cars. There's always a peak in sales and in profits. And then their job is to correct or stop that drop, because when it peaks, it's going to drop. So that means that you can rest assured that each company will have to correct, because it's just how it goes. And you have to know market structure. You have to know supply and demand. Okay. So there's a demand somewhere. Who's supplying it? All right. At one point in time, there was a demand for chips. So, and then you have to know cycles. You have to know that the market is cyclical, right? Meaning in 2018, it was the marijuana stocks. That was our version of crypto. You had the Tilrays, the Canopy Growth, the Chrono Group. Canadian marijuana was popping off. IIPR, which was a property, real estate investment trust. So that was 2018. In 2020, it was Tesla. 2021, it was Roku. It was Piton. It was Zoom Video. Those were our cryptos back in the day. And let me show you guys. So I want you to understand that, even if you missed the crypto boom or you missed this recent stock market boom, remember, folks, and I want to show you proof. Remember, at one point in time, it was Roku. Roku had its fun. And this was back in 2020, when everybody was at home, right? But the only difference is Bitcoin is something that's kind of a no-brainer. Everybody knows to kind of get in Bitcoin, but it's not really common knowledge to catch this pop right here on Roku. And then you had Zoom Video, all right, ZM. So this was the 2020. So every year there's going to be something that pops off. This was Zoom Video because everybody was sitting at home during COVID. This thing was damn near the Bitcoin. Then you had what was it? Another one that was it, Piton. This was the 2020. So I'm showing you everything that popped within the last. See what I'm saying? So remember, folks, it's always going to be something. And then back in my day, when I first started trading, it was stocks like this. It was Tilray. So we got to go way back to 2018. All right. You're going to see a big ass jump. And I caught this. All right. You see this? Look at this. See that, folks? There's always going to be something. This thing went from like freaking, it went from like $20 to like $300. That was our first witness of that. That was the first time I witnessed something like that. And then recently it was NVIDIA. That was before crypto. The most recent one is NVIDIA, correct? So remember, folks, there's always going to be the next. So for all of you, like, will this happen again? It will have to. We just have, but our job is to figure out who, okay, and what. So it's about catching it early, correct? That's our job. Our job is to figure out who and what. Now that I've been good at. I've had it. It's crazy because I've had my hand in every last one of them. 2020, I caught Roku. Recently, I caught NVIDIA and Meta. I've caught Canopy Growth and Tilray. And I caught Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I've caught all of them. Now, the next one, I couldn't tell you what it is. From what I'm hearing, it's quantum computing. It could be energy. It's cyclical. We got to know where the money is flowing next. You get what I'm saying? So right now we're at the top. But I say all that to say there will be a drop. Okay, there will be a correction. Let me explain. So we can go back to the chart. Make sure you guys comment the word BF. And make sure you guys tap into the Black Friday sale. But let me show you guys too why I know the market is going to drop. It's going to have to. It is exhausted. Okay. So here's SPY. Now, based on my knowledge, SPY and Bitcoin, the S&P and Bitcoin are kind of, they flow together. So anyways, here's the market. It's almost there. Could it go higher? Maybe. It's holding this 600. 600 is a big psychological level. But remember, folks, here's the trade war. Okay, here's the trade war drop. Here's the 2020 drop. Then it recovered. Here's the inflation drop. So, I don't know what they're going to come up with next. I can't tell you, but Trump is in office, so get your popcorn ready. It could be anything, but something bad does have to happen. Something you're realizing is something bad has to happen. So that's when I realized that the world revolves off the stock market. All right. This is still the biggest market, correct? And as you can see, when the trade war was happening, and then you can even look at '08 when here's the housing market crash. Now, this was the worst one till date. Nothing is worse than this, because you could have bought this dip, still lost, bought this dip, still lost, bought this dip. I'm talking about nobody. They said a lot of people, bad things happen. This was the worst drop because it's just insane how many dips you would have lost on. You would have lost by buying 6 dips. I would have got discouraged. I probably would have sold down here. I probably would have been like, well, you know what, Sally? I guess we eat noodles for the rest of our life. I'm selling everything. So this is bad. But like I said, folks, history repeats itself. That's number 2. You have to believe that. So if history repeats itself, then we're going to eventually exhaust this. Now, when do we finally, exhaust all of this? Or when do we drop? We don't know. That's the whole point. You can't time anything. Think about it. I held leaps in stocks all the way from down here. And this took about 2 years for everything to hit. So it could take 1 to about 6 months. But I know within the next 1 to 4 months, we should have a correction. Now, if that correction just so happens to send Bitcoin to 75K, I would recommend people average in. And the thing is, people will say, let's just say I say averaging a Bitcoin around 75K, right? And you guys do that. Give me 1 second, folks. So if I say averaging a Bitcoin around 75K and it drops to 65K, that means averaging every 10,000 down. So 75, 65, 55. 55 would be the last low, and 45, I would say if you got $10,000, 3,075K, 3,065K, 3,055K. If they bless us with another drop. That's if the government wants to be so generous, because I do believe it is backed and it is controlled and they can choose when to make this shit drop or pop. You get what I'm saying? So if they decide to bless you guys one more time, take out a loan, sell your mother house, do whatever you got to do. Get yourself a crypto, one coin, whatnot. Let me try to charge my real quick. Oh, got one. All right. Sorry, my laptop was gonna die. Gotta charge it. But yes, folks. So we're going to get to the 3rd step, and this will be the final step. And then I'll let you guys go ahead and go. Just don't want my laptop to die. So I'm going to show you guys something fun too. The last step is this. Let's see what the last step is. All right. Start saving and cutting back on meaningless expenses. All right. So this is the last step, step 3. Step 3 is start saving and cutting back on meaningless expenses. Okay, folks. All right. So what does that mean? I always tell people the story of how I started saving. So all of you are trying to come up. If you have $0, this will work. If you have 10,000, this will work. If you have 100,000, this system will work. But for my people with $0, I specialize in that because I'm somebody who literally started from zero and went to a million intentionally, not by accident, not by luck, intentionally scaled to a million by a system, by a plan. All right. So I'm going to show you guys something. Okay. So let me show you guys. I'm going to go to Instagram real quick. Let me see if I can find myself, Aristotle the Great. And I'm going to show you guys my old Instagram so you guys can kind of see the non-capness of this. Okay. All right. So we're going to go here. Make sure you guys comment the word BF. All right, so remember, folks, you have to be intentional about saving, okay? So I'm going to show you guys when I became intentional a long time ago, all right? So this was during my early days. I was in the Army, and I was cutting hair. As you can see, during the early stages, you're going to have to work overtime. If you don't believe me, look at my grind, folks. Everybody see the shine. You'll see me on a cruise. You'll see me taking my wife out to Jamaica. A long time ago. I've been doing this, but since before the pandemic. This is 2018. I've been traveling. Years before the pandemic even happened, I've been by myself, solo dolo, taking me and my queen out, correct? But look what I was doing, folks. I was in the Army and I was stacking my bread. See that? And I was cutting hair on the side. So I had to wake up at 5 a.m., didn't get off work till 5 p.m., and then I would literally save 100% of my haircut money and put it in stocks. Look. So not only am I traveling and shit, but I'm investing my money. See what I'm saying? And it was this particular app that changed my life. Okay, folks? So this is when I knew I was going to be a millionaire. This was 2018. Look. I was intentional. September 1st, 2018. Years ago, right? I was only 22 years old. You know, whole life ahead of me. But I was a barber, investor, and I was in the Army. So I had 3 streams of income. I was getting paid $4K a month from the Army. As you can see, I'm not lying. I'm in the Army. You can see it right here, clear as day. I even be deploying places, you know, things like that. I was good too. I got coins everywhere I went. I was one of the top IT guys in my field. See that? So I was full-time Army. Not what they call it, reserve. I didn't even know the word for it. That's how active I am. And then I was a full-time barber as soon as I got off. All right. And what I would do is I would invest my money into shares, into the stock market. So remember I was telling you about the weed stocks. See, I don't lie, folks. Remember I was telling you I caught these stocks a long time ago. And that's how I was making money back in the day. I caught, you know, and you got to think, folks, at the time, that was good for me, making another $1,500 a month plus the barber money. So if you add all that up, you know, that month I made what, 8,500? Just in that month, I made 4,000 from the Army, 3,000 from cutting hair, and 1,500 from investing. So that was 8,500 I made that month. All right. So I'm only at the time, and this was my plan. I'm going to give you guys the same plan. All right. So let me show you guys. What you got to do is you got to go to investing calculator. All right. Investing calculator. All right. Then we're going to go to the one that says calculator.net, and you got to come up with a plan, folks. All right. So here, remember, I planned out my life years ago using this same shit. This is September 1st, 2018. This is how long ago I've been put on. I came up with this myself. I don't know how I found this thing, but I just was a nerd back in the day, right? Still am. You guys just see me. You just don't know me, all right? But I am a nerd, low key. So anyways, my plan was this, to be a millionaire. I started with 9,000. I said I'm going to give myself 15 years at a 30% rate. But I came up with a new plan. You know how you refine your plan. So that was my plan in 2018. A year later, I start playing with the calculator a little bit, And here was my new plan. I'll never forget it. I said, I'm going to start with, at that time I had about 20 racks. I said, I'm going to get, but I'll start with something like 5K. All right. So my first plan was this: 5,000, 10 years. I wanted about a 15% return, and I was going to throw in 100% of my haircut money every month. So all of that barber money, that's what I was going to do. Now I know what you guys are saying, Aristotle. There's no way you could do that. I was getting it, you know, and I'll show you proof. So this is going to be at the beginning of each month. I'm throwing in 3K into the stock market, 15% return. After 11 years, I'll be a millionaire. So I was only 21, 22 when I came up with this. So I'm 28. This was 6 years ago. This is what I told myself. All right, so we calculate this. Here's what it says. It says I will be a millionaire nearly, right? About 970K. So that is pretty easy to get, a 15% return. I could teach somebody how to get that in their sleep. And I know what you're saying, Aristotle, was you even getting a 15% return? I was. Oh, shit, what happened? Let me see. I'm going to show you real quick. All right, so I was getting a 15% return. Then I was making like $500 in a day. The Army couldn't tell me shit. I was like, man. But look, that's just in a week. And then in the past 3 months. So look, I already outdid what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I already outdid it quickly. But you got to think, at this time, people wanted to learn from me. So nobody was doing this at this time. I'm the only person I knew who was doing this. So everybody was like, hey, bro, look. See this? I would like to learn. I would like to learn. Put me on. I'm trying to learn. I want to learn. So look, I'm not no guru by choice. You know how people be these people picked me. I just was posting this shit for free, and look what everybody was telling me. All I was doing is saying, look, folks, this is what I do. Yada, yada, yada. And all I keep getting is, I would like to learn. I would like to learn. I'm like, So I'm one of those people who was like a force guru. I was just a barber. I was a hustler. I was a nerd. I was reading books. Everybody wanted to learn from me. So guess what I did? I wrote a book. I couldn't teach all these people. I had such a demand back in the day that I couldn't teach all these people. So I wrote a book, and look, it took me like 4 months to write it. I finally dropped it in the beginning of 2019, and it exploded. I made like $500,000 off this book. Like, no joke. So, you know, people like to hate on me and say, oh, you didn't, but I kind of got rich off both because I still kept growing this account. I grew this account to over 6 figures, but I made $500,000 off the book, and that $500,000, I just kept reinvesting it. So, you know, people get mad. They hate the player. They be like, man, you made a lot of money off your book and other stuff. But I'm like, hey, I didn't choose this life. The life chose me. I was the first to do it. Everybody else after me, you know, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. But that's what I was doing, folks. You know, I was putting in $100 a week into an investment account at first. That was my first plan, because I said there's 52 weeks in a year. So what my plan was at first, it was 52 weeks in a year, $100 every week. I'll have $5,200 at the end of the year. Then I used to get a tax return because I was like a private in the Army. So my taxes, they'll give me like $2,000 back. So I was like, damn, by the end of the year, I should have about $7,000 if I don't buy no Jordans, if I don't eat out, because I got tired of impressing people, folks. Keep it all the way 1,000 with you. Like, it got to a point in my life where I was like, man, I'm 22 years old. And you want me to tell you what really fucked me up? I was 22 and I didn't go to college. So I was like, damn, all my peers about to graduate college. So if I don't start financially planning now, they gonna leave me behind. That's what I thought. That was my thought process. If I'm being all the way honest, it wasn't that I was comparing. It was just the fact that I was 22 and I had some money. I had about 10K saved, But I had no college degree, so I was like, shit, well, I got to start saving now if I want to be a millionaire when I'm 30. So I start adding it up. So what I learned was you got to figure out how long it's going to take you to become a millionaire, but you got to invest to get there faster. See what I'm saying, folks? So let me explain. I knew it was going to take me 10 years to become a millionaire, right? I already had it in my plan. I said by the time I'm 31, I will be a millionaire, or 32. That's what I told myself, right? Now, of course, I got there quicker because, people wanted to learn from me and everything like that. But that was my plan. So the plan is to take the long route and shorten it with percentages. You see what I'm saying? So you're taking the 11-year route, but because you're getting there 15% quicker by the investing. So you can't save your way to wealth. You have to invest your way to wealth. It's impossible to save to wealth. You have to invest. So for all of you like, well, should I invest or this and that? If you want to be rich, you have to. You have to put money into stocks, real estate, or Bitcoin today, period, to make money. But the thing about stocks is it provides the most opportunity. And the reason why it provides the most opportunity is because there's only one Bitcoin, but in the stock market, there's going to be dozens. There's always going to be a new move. Somebody's going to make a new move. Some company has to rise in profits and get hot, and then the news is just going to focus on that company in the hype, in the volume, in the money. People are going to buy it, shooting the stock up. Then you got the high frequency trading algorithms. Then you got the hedge funds. Then you get option flow into that stock. Then that stock it's just how it goes, folks. So there's always going to be new opportunity. You feel me? And that's something I want to tell you guys. That's why I tell people to invest. Because you'll get rich quicker. But what people don't want to do is wait. I'm telling you, it's going to take 10 years. If you're poor, it's going to take you 10 years to become a millionaire. And it's possible. But how is it possible? You have to put away at least $3,000 a month. Now, I know people are like, Aristotle, that has an astronomical number. How the hell I'm going to get that? Listen, folks, you got to go get it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I went and got mine. All I can tell you is what I did. I don't know. I can give you pointers on what to do, but this is what I did to make my $3,000 a month to invest. I was cutting hair, folks. That's what I was doing. As soon as I got off work, I could cut anybody's head, by the way. White, black, Hispanic, didn't matter. You sit in my chair, you getting that work. You feel me? Every time. You sit in my chair, you getting that work. I sharpened my clippers. I studied my craft. I was him. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing to get my $3,000 extra a month. Now, I personally don't know, you can drive Uber because, what else could you do to get, that extra $2,500, $3,000 a month? But think about it. Let's just say you can't get $3,000, but you can get $2,000. Then you got to up the percentage. You probably got to go 25% in a year, which isn't hard to do if you buy the dip. I'm not even joking. All right. So let's just say you say I'm going to contribute $2,000. All right. Then we got to up the percentage, the less we put in. All right. Remember that. So the more you put in, the more you can so $2,000 a month. Oh, you'll be a millionaire with $2,000 a month at a 25% rate. But I know what you're asking. How will I get that 25%, Aristotle? In stocks, in good companies, right? Buying great companies on a dip. You're going to have to wait for this motherfucker to drop. And then you're going to have your money on layaway. And then once you invest your money on a nice drop and wait, let that motherfucker just wait. I'm telling you, without a doubt, you're going to make money, but it's going to take some time. That's something all of you don't want to hear. All of you want me to give you, Aristotle, how do I become a millionaire in a year? I can give you a 10-year plan. Then what you'll do is you'll work every day to beat that time, and you may shorten it in 5 or 7 years. But you got to understand, guys, 5 years, That'll be 2030. Most of you won't be a millionaire in 2030, but you will look at what I'm saying right now and say, I'm not going to follow your plan. Cool. In 5 years, you should, if you listen to me right now, 5 years from now, you'll be either 500,000 or a millionaire if you allow me to teach you. But if you ignore what I'm saying and you still don't got 100,000 or 500,000 on you in 5 years, then that's on you. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you the truth. Like, it's possible and it's very doable within 5 to 10 years. 500,000 to $1 million for sure. But it takes a plan. It takes 2 streams of income, living off one and investing the other. So you got to have 2 good streams of income. And lucky for you guys who are not in the military, you get what? A third of your life back. So you may have to spend maybe the first 2 years working 16 hours a day. You get what I'm saying? Or you better find a good side hustle. But you know what great side hustles are? Skills. I was a barber. You could be a welder on the side. You could be a plumber on the side. You could be an electrician on the side. You could be a carpenter on the side. You could flip houses on the side, get rental property income. All you need is $3K a month, right? So maybe $1,000 cash flow in 3 properties and then put that into the stock market. But you got to find a way. Or you got a spouse, right? We live off one person's income and invest the other person's income. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation because everybody in America talking about some, well, I got this accounting and he got that accounting and then we don't do anything together. You know, we just pay the bills and then I go do what I do and I surprise her with a Valentine's Day gift. That's BS. Y'all shouldn't even be together. That should just be your girlfriend if you ain't trying to build with her. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got a woman in your house and y'all ain't building together, why even get married or even try to just be casual? If I ain't building with you, this shit got to be casual because you wasting my time. See what I'm saying? So if you ain't jointly, if y'all money ain't together, it's a waste of time. All right. Make sure y'all comment the word BF to get my Black Friday deal. And if you're on YouTube, click the link in the description. You get what I'm saying? But it's the truth, folks. So y'all got to live off one person's income and invest the other person's income because that's another hack to get your $3K a month to invest. Somebody got to make a sacrifice for the better good of our future. We're investing this $3K a month into stocks, real estate, and crypto, baby. Your income is what we're going to invest. My income, we're going to live. And guess what? We're going to invest the biggest stream of income and live off the smallest stream. See what I'm saying? That's the real plan. So we're going to live off the woman's income if she's the lesser bread, the person with the money, and the breadwinner, we're going to invest the breadwinner's income. So if I'm the man and I make $6K a month, let's invest all my $6K. And if you the woman and you make $3K a month, let's live off your $3K a month. Let's cut back on our expenses. Because what most people will do is, oh, I make $6K, you make $3K. Oh, hell yeah, it's time to flex for the gram. You get a Mercedes, I get a Mercedes. We get this big ass house, and then we get this big ass yard, and then and then we're making what? We making $9K a month. So times 12, I don't know what the hell that is, but that's some money. So, that's about $108,000 a year. We got a 6-figure household. Hey, you could do that, but at the same time, folks, there's a price that comes with that. You feel me? And now you have missed the opportunity to retire yourselves early. So it's a lot of people who make good money as a household. They making $8K a month, $7K a month. But what they need to do is really live off $3K, invest $4K, or live off $3K, invest the other $6K, so you can get out of poverty faster, so you can retire faster. Because the more you set yourself up for the future, the better you can play now. That's what I'm doing now. Right now, I realize for the next 5 years, I gotta put all my money in the stocks, real estate, and crypto, so that way I can just enjoy being a father. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you got to think. You got to think about, I got to sacrifice now so I can enjoy time with my wife, kids, and myself. I don't want to live life on this fucking hamster wheel, right? So you shouldn't want to live life on this hamster wheel either. You should want to goddamn, hey, I'm trying to goddamn get the fuck out of this situation. See what I'm saying? And it might take 5-10 years, but I'm not finna be no bum or no nigga working on no hamster wheel all my life. I'm just not about to do that. When I can use assets as a vehicle to give me, you know, hey, make life easier for me. So if you're interested in that and you're interested in learning how to do that, folks, you know, click the link in the description, tap in, there's a sale. And if you want my free book, y'all know where to get it. Make sure you guys join my Discord because I'm going to be dropping not only stock plays, but financial plays, financial strategies. We're also participating in real estate and credit building. I'm adding that to my chat as well, folks. We add in real estate, credit building, and we're adding business growth as well, because these are all the things people need in order to succeed. And we specialize in all of it. So we teaching that as well within the community. So we're adding on more value. So you're going to get your return on investment. We're going to make sure you get your credit fits. We're going to make sure you get, you know, real estate plays. We got that covered. Every real estate play that I make, I'm going to be documenting inside of my chat. So it's going to be lit, folks. Make sure you guys tap in. It's your boy Aristotle. Tap in the Honey Drip Network, and you guys will get this work. All right. Enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. I'm about to go, you know, do me. You know what I'm about to go do. Chill with the family and stuff. Y'all have a great day.